babadde bamubanja. Thank you for being back. Let's wait a little to see if other people will come back. Yeah, my network just booted me. I think it froze, and then you just decided, okay, let's switch this off. Yeah. Yep, welcome back. Let's try to see how many more people can come on, and then we continue the story. Before the network booted me. Yes. Let's try to wait a little to see how many more people can come back. So at the title of the video that I the broadcast that was cut off is that 5 is the new 3, 8 is the new 4, 10 is the new 7, 5 is the new 3, 8 is the new 4, 10 is the new 7. It's and I don't think it should come as a surprise because the market is dictated by, I think, you know, normally they say the forces of demand and supply, but I don't think that the Ugandan market right now is controlled by the forces of demand and supply. I think right now the car market is dictated by the taxation policy. Like if new cars are very expensive, even the people that have cars bajja kuziseera mukitegeeza cars that are a little affordable zibulabulamu. The car in front of us is called the G Touring. It's called the G Touring. Before the Toyota Fielder came, we had this G Touring. Of course, it has a newer model of a G Touring. There is a newer model, but then this is like the Jaja of the Toyota Fielder. You get, because if you look at it, already the Fielder with the medium. Yeah, actually, it's the Jaja of the Fielder and the Pro Box. No. But there is another G Touring. You call it the Langa Pro Box. Bakaitaka G Touring. This is what Martha would call Mugongo Gwambwa. Yeah. So this is like the G Touring Super almost. So Eyobojira Borabi Dada Fielder, I think. So you Jajawa Fielder. Normally that one has 1.5cc. There was a time when those cars were the hot cake. Ngaka kamoro kokarawa ka UX ngabaka kuza milioni mwenda. Ayekati. Of course tebula because the people that have them nabote babutunda. Yeah, actually there is no jam this way. You guys must have had an interesting day. For sure, it seems with 10 million mostly it's easier to get cars 2000cc. Arthur, what's your take? Well, and by the way, Isaac, it's interesting when you're not in the story, when you're being told the story. When you're in the story, when you have to figure out things, it's okay, it's a little interesting because that's life. Life is supposed to give us those perks and challenges you get. Yeah, but it was nice. Yeah, it was nice. Indeed. So it was a good experience both for me and Dennis, and it was nice that he was in there. You know, normally I tell you for you to find especially what organize mu bond, because nemu bond what ofunye mukisa. Like you see the succeed that we bought from the bond, buli gwali mukisa, and you find the first car and it checks all the boxes, which take it checks all the boxes, almost all phones mechanically and aesthetically, you get. So so apparently later on I realized this guy, the one that was selling us the car, yagenda nafuna loan. He got a loan from a money lender. This is the story he did not want us to know. But he got a loan from a money lender, and this loan was growing. I don't think it was even 4 million by the time he got it, but it has been growing. And when he sold the car, the loan was actually 4.5. This guy just said, million. You get it? And we need to avoid money lenders, guys. We need to avoid money lenders. We need to avoid money lenders. Money lenders are bakusula. Because money lenders, tola banti nkugamba nti babroker tebakwagala. Ate ba money lender balina n'obuchayi. That's one thing you need to understand. Nti avoid money lenders at all costs. If you can borrow interest free from a family member or a friend, do that. But if you want to borrow interest-based loans, go to the bank. That's the best place for you. But money lender interest rates are crazy and they grow exponentially. So you can imagine you bought your car and you get to a point of selling it in a money lender at wala sentence is singa. So this person that I told you about that was a broker had lent this guy money. But the guy that was selling to us, but they too proud. I think he's a corporate guy. You're a corporate, and I'm talking to all of you guys, but corporate office workers. So he did not want us to know Tibakolachi. They were sharp. So I think it so happens that when he got the loan, the money lender kept the logbook. But the same money lender had sold him the car. And when he sold him the car, the logbook did not check out. So when this money lender actually realized that the logbook did not check out, he decided that the car has to go now. Now, because the logbook nga insurance policy, nga logbook what do we call it? They call it what? Ne logbook jebansingira nfu. So he knew he didn't have omusingo baguyita batya mu luzungu. You get it? So he had to make sure that the car gets bought so that he gets his no, but I mean in English, Salmin. He knew he did not have omusingo, so he had to make sure that his money comes out there and then. And you know, this guy yabade changa, but they had already taken the money. The guarantee, No, it's not guarantee. The guarantee is the person that signs for you on the logbook. Security, yes. So this guy knew he no longer had security because the logbook he had was wrong. And yeah, it's called security, yeah. So so he wanted, and you know the money lender had already put his money in the pocket. So there was no way he was going to put the money out of the pocket. Yes, collateral is the best word. Thank you. So he knew there was no way he was coughing the money again. You get it? But overall, I knew that we had got the car was good. It had some work to be done. And the guys that bought cars with us before, even this car was good at the present conditions. Because I was looking at this car and I thought, if the brokers came and bought this car, they would not even replace the windscreen first of all. They would even take the two good tires off of it and put bad tires. Okay? They would just wash. Yes, the same story with the other Mark II. The logbook was yeah. But for this Ipsum, actually even the Mark II we had called the owner, and the owner had agreed to do transfer for us. But the person that was selling to us also had a loan, and he was not willing to sell because he was getting little money. The same story, by the way, Brian. But for this one, we sorted it. They had already taken the money. I think with the Mark II, the thing happened that we hadn't even paid. Yeah. But we got the car, and Dennis left it with the mechanic to put the windscreen, put the tires, and work on those small things. And I'm going to go later on and check it out and see. Yeah, thank you very much, Brian, for the recommendation. So we went. I got home at 9:30, I had business to take care of as well. Manyi nabo business wange nange ku kyalo eyo. Nange nyinayo obuntuntu bwange obundetera akasente. And they wanted me, but they could not see me because it was late. I try as much as possible to avoid those stress factors. I don't do business at night. Mwemuva n'ababbi. Omuntu ajja okuleetera sente kiro saawa 4 kumwendo oba awo ng'ababbi bagguse. So I normally want to get money during the day, so that even if I kept money in the house, you would not know. But I try as much as possible. Sente nyingi mu nyumba, I keep 20,000. Always. Irabwe mfuna sente, if I have to obligations like to pay, like if we're going to inspect a car, I make sure to pay the mechanic beforehand. Nensigaza sente entono, nenywaka amafuta, and the rest of the money I either put on the bank because we have agency banking now, or I put on mobile money. So why I do babbi webajja sagala mbena sente mukyala zanaabawa manya babbi mwe bwe mutatu sente tugenda batto mukyala n'agamba na ye tata abani leta kali akaganda kati me I don't keep money there. I don't. Na ye eno line jendi mu ngeganyo okukola. That's a Toyota Wish in front of us. It's a hot cake. But now fena tuvudde mu line ate neetambula mukama katonda kabaka mwanga. We have left the line and then it started moving. So and then this is our Kawundo. That's a 2.4 cc. That's one car that I would love to drive, but because of the economic condition, even if I got money to buy it, I would not buy it. So basically our day was like that. We started, actually Dennis got to the meeting point very early. Thank you very much, Dennis, for keeping time. Oli muzungu. This is the first time I'm seeing a Ipsum fail, but it's failing because of a battery. This guy alimu kuchusa a battery. I think in a battery full BD. He has 2 bad batteries. He uses one of them to jump the other bad battery. So what he does at one battery MB ne baji charging and abira nayo mu butu. Endala MB nebera ku moroka kati endala MB bwefa. Then he goes gets the other bad one from the boot and he jumps this other bad one. So why that just not buy a battery? Anyway, that was our day, but we got a car. The Spacio, eh? Hey, you like your car Spacio. You see there are two Harriers. Eh? The other one is a Lexus actually. So the Lexus is always much more comfortable than the Harrier. Yeah. Mugezi na mama bibonya. And by the way, if a car breaks down like that, battery bichie, a traffic officer can actually fine you. DMC. You need to have a car that is in perfect condition. Which that's the perfect condition is supposed like it will not break down on the road. When your car breaks down on the road, that's a DMC. Because that car can break down when you're on a highway. You get eh? The Lexus is always much more comfortable. These 2 Harriers are the same. But one of them has clear lights ku boot. The other one, the one on the left, lights on the boot. This one has red all the way. Yeah, so normally I tell people when your battery starts giving you trouble, go buy another battery. It will cost you in the short run, but in the long run it will save you a lot of trouble. This was an oxwaza mbate kati imida kukubugula kati a road like Chira Road. You stop there, open the boot, it doesn't really look nice, eh? Omoro kuguze moroka milioni 10 1 million katugambe 5. A battery is 180. Buy the battery and avoid all that trouble. It's not worth it. Yeah. So that was our day. It wasn't a bad day though. Turaba de Ruby. It's work, no more work. Lwakuba omuntu wange Dennis gwe nalabye nga teyabimanyira kati nze mbimanyi manyi okubibeeramu. There are times we look for a car for 2 days nga ne bwe musange emmoroka ennungi, my person says emmoroka sigisiimye. Yeah, but overall today I've seen a Mercedes-Benz C class. It's called the C180 by Mirizaf. Yeah, so you can explore the roundabout. That Mercedes, it's actually also a compressor. You got a Ringa G2, a Ringa Fielder. That's like a fielder. Actually, those C180, C200s are very reliable cars. Instead of buying a Volkswagen, I saw someone commented Nagamba Atha VW was to go back. It's not a Lexus, it's a Tuzibatiza. Hey, Mozibatiza. Logo, and we change those lights to Gaita Super Doga Bay. Hey, Mubatiza. By the way, Salmino, what Benz we Antomeda? Bampa Yange Sijikolanga. Abasajja watch seka museera. We bought the Ipsam, Martha. We bought the Ipsam so you can become friends with Dennis Akubulireko, ne Brian. Those two people have Ipsams now. They can tell you how to properly maintain. So the Ipsam we bought, we of course the mechanic I think is already in the process. He's going to put 2 new tires. He's going to put a windscreen. Those are the 2 biggest issues that car had. Maybe that will about the very simple things. Which take it 2 windscreen and 2 tires. So we bought the Ipsam finally. And the mechanic called me being surprised. I'm surprised. Wait! Chirabi. Chikonye side mirror yange cha bode echo chemulaba. Hey, Dennis is now a Ipsam boy. So the mechanic was called me later on ngantuse akananga Arthur. Surprising the motoka banange nungi. Tubade tugenda kusula etambula bulungi. And then I told him ate kali akabade katambula obya akali ku mupiira bwe tunachuse emipiira ako kalungi. Tubade tugenda kusula. Yeah, but I think overall, I think that Dennis just didn't really like the interior, but that can be fixed. Like the door panels for the Ipsam are 200,000, but tebiri wo I think Salmini mubina oina wo bimanye ipapula bya super ebya cream bino ebifana nawe bit. I think Dennis is also following ipapula ebifana nawe bit ebya cream oyo mubirina bemba mbirina nga biri a little cheaper. Actually, Salmin, I think it's time we started supporting some of our followers here. Salmin, Dennis is going to want to buy seat covers for his Ipsam. Babade batuguza 320 including installation. If you can get us a better deal, then also the door panels. Wobo inabo ozimanye ezo Dennis ayagala zigulira wazitekeko. Salmin, otunda bichi darada. Ate mpulido okola malidadi. What exactly do you deal in? Comment so that everyone knows what you exactly deal in. It would be a very nice thing. But we have followers here that have cars. You know, guys, when you go to Chiseka market, it's better to go to Chiseka market when you know what you're going, when you know someone there. So you go to Chiseka market, ngawali yogo okolachi. Ngawali yogo omanyi. You get so you call him up. No mugamba, you know what? I want to buy this and this. Yena akugamba cha sente we chitinchi manyi wano. Of course, when you go to Chiseka market and Salvin doesn't deal in what you're buying, na kufunida omutiping anga. Sometimes I feel offended with border. When I'm in a border men are not patient. When I'm on a border, we take a order in. Yeah, it so happens that Boberanga, you're in the border guy is always right. But when you're in the car, you find that border guys. Salmin, you tell us what you sell, what you deal in, and you can also tell us what you can help people find at good deals. It would be a very nice thing for us to go. Gatumanyi tulina omuntu waffe mu Chiseka. Because Chiseka market can be daunting, bogenda nga tolina kyomanyi. It can be very daunting. I think Salmin is one person I would give a free interview. Na atubulira bya atunda. But Salmin, you have to promise me that you'll always be honest with our people here. Nti bobanga, instead of including money in that thing, omugamba ngenda chifuna ku sente wezi tunayenze, I'm charging this much for consultation in okusinga okwongeramwe. So you tell us what you deal in exactly, so that we officialize you as our Chiseka market contact. Now every person that is driving a car here customer chintu kyakugula wa Chiseka asoka kubira Salmin osobola okukyinfunira. You get, it would be a very nice thing. That's a good network to create. Yeah, so you guys, we bought the Ipsam eventually. It had a very good engine. The Ipsam engine actually sounds better than my engine. And I'm being honest, engine yange akajegere kajira malidadi and some other spare parts area wansi. Okay, so Salmin deals in maridadi, oyagala radio, woofer, oyagala kugula buntu, you people that have primos, oyagala tekako buntu bwa silver handle, oyagala gula busasi, you get TNT, buwowo, you get Salmin deals in that. Salmin, I want to replace my bukono and the ball joint. I think those are the two things I have, bukono and ball joints. That's why I have not even worked on them for a very long time. Those are the things that are not good in my car now. I think I'm going to do marketing very soon. We shall do business, by the way, because I want to work with you about marketing the business. Yeah, but I would, for you, I will do an interview so that you tell people I'll come to your shop to do that. I have a difficulty waking up at 5 a.m. to watch this live since I got back from my holidays. Oh, I totally understand, JK. Welcome back to Katumetuga. Welcome back to Denmark. Kulika ye Uganda. If we have been here on these streets and we are hustling. Yeah. I hope you're doing well. You're back in winter. Kachara kano katukutte nnyo bannange. Katukutte naye n'abesayidi eri babakutte kati bagenda tuta nabo babate. I'll ease into waking up gradually. For now, I'm waking up at 6:35, and 6:35 for you there is like, is it 8:35 here? Chandibanga, it's 8:35 in Uganda. I think Ipsum is a good deal for people who want affordable and healthy cars. The Ipsum is actually a very good car. When I bought my Ipsum, I sold it, but my wife still wanted the Ipsum. I also had the Ipsum Super. Yeah, Uganda was so busy for me, the holiday just passed by. No, I totally understand. And you know, when you come to Uganda, you're supposed to do the things that everybody does in like a year, and you do it in like the couple of weeks, over 3 weeks that you're here. I totally understand. Yeah, I think that's why you're late. So you wake up very early there, but then for us here, we're already almost ending the broadcast. You get it? And today we are still doing it because, yeah, of course, of the jam, and then the broadcast kicked me out. So the title for the broadcast that I started earlier was 5 is the new 3, 8 is the new 4, 10 is the new 7. What I mean is that 5 million is the new 3 million with the current car prices. Why I'm saying this is not necessarily that you can't get a car 3 million. You can get a car at 3 million. Outlander yiri mujirengedde. The Outlander has gone. Even the RVR, someone was asking me about, looks like that. Yeah. So the one thing you need to understand is that there are cars at 3 million, but you guys will not put in the work that is required for the car at 3 million. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that if you had an intention of buying a car at 3 million, you raise 5 million. You get it? You raise 5 million. And if you had an intention of buying a car at 4 million, because normally a car that I used to buy at 4 million right now is at around 7. So why I'm saying 8 is because there will be things that you have to work on. And normally my mathematics is that when you buy a car, I want for you to spend the money. If you plan to buy a car at 8 million, I'd prefer that you buy a car not more than 7 million, so that you have a 1 ma to work on the things that require to make it, to put it in the set that you want your car in. You get? So instead of buying a car and you think that, okay, I've bought a car at 8 million, it's going to be perfect, and then you end up spending 1 million. For me, it would be better to buy a car at 7 million or 6.5, and then I spend the other car balance to make it better. Because that's, even if you bought a car in the bond, still you'll spend some more money to put it in the condition that you want. Even if you bought a car at 15 million, even if you bought a car at 20 million, there'll still be some work for you to do. So normally that's why I do my math like that. So if you plan to buy a car at 6 million, probably plan 7 or 8. If you plan to buy 8, plan 10. Because the cars are more expensive now. And he's very confident. So this is the Harrier, the old model. That's the affordable Harrier. The 3.0 is much more affordable. You can even get a 3.0 sometimes at 6 million. Because 3000cc is not for the faint heart. I talk about 3000cc is a lot. You see these MPs, they drive Land Cruiser that has 3,500, 4,000cc. sometimes 3000cc. The moment they get out of parliament, they sell them never damu primo. Why? Wali abadde si abadde agula amafuta. Kati atandise okugagula aba alina okukakkana n'avuga ku primo, n'avuga ku Mark 2, okitegeera, because eyo Land Cruiser yejja MPs ze bavuga, right? But those cars are 3000cc and above, and they are not very easy to fuel. Zinywa, ziwuta. That's why you find that come back for the RAV4, the plus 2. Let me work hard. True. The RAV4 is okay. The RAV4 is okay. Yeah, but in Harrier 3.0, I'm thinking this person is driving a Harrier that is 2.4. 2.4 is not so okay, but it's fair. What's the gear? At least some of the guys are very prestigious. Yeah. Then there's the Nissan Patrol. Actually, I think the Nissan Patrol is one of the most powerful and most reliable cars ever built. The Nissan Patrol. Let me try to chase it now, but we can catch up with it. But I know most of the people, if you're in your 30s, you know the Nissan Patrol. The Nissan Patrol. Na yomoro kateferinga Toyota Hilux. What traffic in the world? The Nissan Patrol is one of those most very reliable cars. You guys, if you don't have a permit, don't drive in Kampala, or if your permit is expired, don't drive in Kampala. Atekati basiba obalaba hardly a kilometer and there is another traffic stop here. You get hardly a kilometer. So you need to be very careful. Oyinza okuyita kweli traffic stop n'ogamba mbubuse nojja n'ogwa mweno. So traffic officers are almost everywhere. If your car is not in good condition, if you don't have a driving permit, okay, please where's on your way kuba bajja kusiba. And if you don't have a driving permit right now, basiba busibi tebakyakuwa. I was stopped so many times by traffic police. Yeah, there are so many kati basiba na busibi. You see this Harrier 3.0 hii yonaka gambo 3.0 kwekali okalaba on the left hand side. I think namwe mulaba left hand okalaba ka 3.0 oyo yajimanyi bwe munywa. Actually, most people that drive 3.0 are driving it because nobody is willing to buy. Kati aguma n'ekimotoka kye n'agala kankivuge. Banange, I failed to catch up with the Nissan Patrol, but katujja tulaba Fortuner. You see this Fortuner? That's also a 3.0. There was someone that was asking me about a Fortuner. Most of these Fortuners are actually organization cars. Zibaza organizations nga abazivuga sibi bagula amafuta nga kumulimu be bagula amafuta. That's why they are not so common. But of course mulimu abalodi abasajja balina sente e Kampala wano, you people gojobera ogambira mbu ate maka twejja kunywa amafuta omuyaya agula Fortune eyo nga agivuga buli lunaku n'agirekamu ne AC. But of course a 3000cc car, the AC doesn't really impact because the motor already ebewuuta. So AC eba terina nnyo kyegattako kunywa y'amafuta. Yeah, but the Toyota Fortuner is also kino kano kamotoka kimu kalaba kana akamotoka akabi, and it's a Toyota. Bama it looks like a cat. It's not nice. The Fortuner is 2.8 2.8, 2.7. Okay. But you know, it's like someone saying it's 1.9999. They made up 2.0. You get and mama, a car that is 2.8. Because you see these chigeges, the chigeges are 1.8. The taxis, they are 1.8. And they are manual, most of them, so they don't really consume fuel. This is the Outback that I was telling you about. I saw several Fortuners written on. I think zilimu ebikando zawali 2.7 3.0. Yeah, I think nazo zilimu ebika. I think it's a power thing. Like the 3.0 will definitely have much more power off-road. And I think in some countries, you see like the Toyota Surf, in some countries it's called the Toyota 4Runner. I think mostly in the US they call it the 4Runner. Tetujita Toyota Surf. Yeah. This Subaru Outback is very, very comfortable, and contrary to what I read in the report, the Outback is actually very reliable in Uganda. I've not seen the Outback break down on the road. I've not seen the Outback stay in a garage for a long time. But probably because they are not so common. It might also be a reason, because when a car is not so common, it could also point to the reason why it doesn't break down so often, because it's not common. If there are like 3 cars, chances are very low that you'll find a garage where they fix those 3 cars from. Again, probably that's why we don't even see Kias stuck in the garage, because there are not so many Kias on the road. So it will be very hard for you to find a Kia broken down over stuck in a garage, because I mean, how many people drive Kias? So it would also mean that the people that drive Kias, they buy them probably brand new from the dealer, and if they buy them from the dealer, you will find that because in Uganda we park in reverse. But I think we park in reverse. If you can't park in reverse, obocha ino kuyige moroka. Yeah, kati omulabo wange struggling because teyayiga parking reverse. Toyota lures me back. I like the Outback, and I've even considered buying one. Yeah, the Outback looks really sexy, eh? It looks really sexy, but Toyota is Toyota, my bro. Toyota Jiveiko, Toyota Yawamba. Your Ford Escape. Eri yuko yubije jiwe yo mwaka bumu. Igenda kuba mu garage. Izo Ford zate mbinyo. The Fords are really bad to the extent that even Americans themselves have jokes about Fords. It's called parallel parking. Go in Ruzungu Runji. Reverse, if you get reverse parking in Kampala. Parallel parking in Ruzungu Runji, kati parallel is no kumuza chitegeza nga sichimanyi. You get it? So we use no more English. Kati mwe babumva bulaya mukozesa oluzungu lyoli olwaki advanced English. Amenvu gabadde gabula kati leero nga labye. Owaayi amenvu leero gammeka? Mpaayo ga 1000. Ati wangamba okunseera. Do I even have a 1K here? Sente za Dennis nkyayinawo kwe. Kati nkyajoga. Nanyweddeko amafuta naye nkyayinawo ko kasente. Chemanyi even my mechanic still has some command. Kati kandieka amenvu wano. Yeah, so that I keep healthy. Also, right. So one of my actors, you know, I'm doing a play called Things Fall Apart. I'm sure you guys have heard of a book called Things Fall Apart, but you know what, so I adapted that novel into a stage play, and I am going to direct this play. I've directed it for some time. So and one of my actors, the one that plays Okonkwo, is not available. So I actually have to play Okonkwo. For the guys that know that story, Okonkwo was a very brave man in Nigeria, and during the colonial times. So these Bazungu came and they tried to colonize, and Okonkwo fought them very badly. Not Abazungu. Then they exiled him. He went to another village. It's like how you would be in Kampala. Abazungu nebaja, and they Okonkwo natako abamu. Then he was exiled. No, Okonkwo killed actually one of the elders' sons. So and if you did that in their culture, you would be exiled. So he was exiled for 7 years, and when he went to exile, Abazungu ne bajja ne bawamba ewaabwe nga bonova e Kampala n'ogenda e Masaka. E Kampala ogenda owira nti ekiri eri Abazungu baawamba. Ate Abazungu be baawamba, even one of his sons became a Murokole. And Okonkwo, he was a staunch traditionalist. It's like how you'd see this guy Mosei Magala, mutabani we naalokoka. So Okonkwo came back and they started fighting, but you know the British had already taken over. Bali baawamba, and so bweba wamba Okonkwo najja, he rallied his clansmates to start fighting these guys, but it was unsuccessful. Ne baba siba abamu ne baba and all that. But then the play ends when Okonkwo hangs himself because he could not take the humiliation of his tribe being taken over by these white people. Which take it Okonkwo ne yetta. And then the play ends. I used to play the commissioner, and the commissioner ends by saying that all the years that he has tried to bring civilization in the lower Niger, he has never seen someone that can actually kill himself for their tradition and all that. And then he was saying he was going to write it in his book, The Pacification of Lower Niger and all that. So I've been directing Things Fall Apart for some time, and I've never acted. I used to act Uchendu Okonkwo's uncle, but Okonkwo is not there, so I'm going to act Okonkwo. And one of the things that I have to eat is bananas, because Okonkwo was a huge dude. Of course, I'm not tall. I'm 5'11", but Okonkwo was kind of 6 foot. I can't make 6 foot. The dude that was doing Okonkwo was 6 foot, but we can't find a person that can act that part as well as him in this short period. So I have to act Okonkwo, and if I cannot be tall, I'm going to be big. So I'm going to hit the gym and be a realistic Okonkwo. If I cannot be tall, I have to be like Okonkwo big. So this dude was really big, so I have to be big. So I'm going to be, for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be eating a lot of meat before gym, so that I get a lot of creatine and have a lot of energy to lift the weight. So I may grow a little big this time. You guys have seen what Hollywood guys do for a role. They get big for that role. So that's what I'm going to do for Okonkwo, because Okonkwo has to be realistic. Okonkwo was a big dude. I'm going to grow beards. So because I have to look like Okonkwo, even the hair and I'm going to grow big for this role. It has to be really realistic. So that's my assignment for the next couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, obongo bangisimanya buchakwata line nyingi ngeza Okonkwo, but I was talking to my production manager yesterday, and he was telling me like, Arthur, no kwata line yezo. I told him, but what option do we have? The other option would be him, but ate ye role ja ina nene nyono okusinga. Yes, umofia. Obi Okonkwo. Yeah, you studied that, eh? So I'm going to act Okonkwo this year. I look forward to it. It's a very popular role, eh? So our Okonkwo was very, very popular. Yazanya Okonkwo Luli. Yeah. So you guys have to go. I think the story has been interesting. I'm looking forward. I'm praying to God that this Ipsum also gives us peace. It's a good car though. It's a very good car. It was a good buy. But it even to be Uganda of money. But I don't expect any problems with this car. He should only do that, do service. I've given Moroka year. You remember I give you the time frame of 3 months without repairing those things. Toko wataku service ya gearbox, toko lachi. Moroko ready to ajiguze etambula. So he's going to pay police receipts, do service, put the windscreen, put the tires that are missing. Mechanical reader limo kolo of which they were not too much. I've given Moroka for 3 months ngataji kute oba kolachi. Yeah, so it was the Ipsum. We bought it 5.6 million Uganda shillings, a little less than what Brian bought. I think Brian over 6 million, over 6.2 sejukira. But of course, yaliko windscreen yalimu eri. Sicho mipira je wali ogendo gula, I think. Gwali ino gule mipira na, which is around 750,000. But I think irato najigula. Wajigula kweli. Tonna bajigula. Pozi nokukola wakola ke ebintu bya once around 250, right? Yeah. I don't know, did you do the transfer finally? Because that's an update that I've not gotten. Anyway, guys, I have to go. Thank you very much for always being live. The guys that were in the live broadcast here, so say thank you very much. It really means a lot. You were like 33 people. That was nice. But don't forget that the cars are now a little expensive. So if you're going to buy let's look at the basics. If you're going to buy a very affordable car, you have to look at the basics. Okay, and someone was saying that at 10 million you can only get a 2000 cc. No. At 10 million you can get even lower than like the Opel that we saw. It's 1.8 because it has a Primo model engine. You get it's 1.8. You can get a Vitz. You can get a Primo, the old model. You can get a Spacio, the old model. And those cars that I'm talking about are cars that are very reliable. tezijja kutawanya. Of course those ones won't have VVTI or kujako vits, the vits will have a VVTI, but zite zijja kuba na VVTI, but they are reliable at 1.8 and below. You can get we saw a Chibina, you guys, the other Chibina was intact. Nga 4 tires new. They are basically nothing to repair. And a guy even got an Android radio. You get a woofer. The boot, unlike most Chibinas that I've seen, the boot was really intact. It was really intact, and it was even in his names. Transfer 6.8 million Uganda shillings. That's quite a lot for Chibina. Okuja konga, you're the kind of person it njagala ngule moroka nga sina chenkanika, then that would be the Chibina to buy. That would be the car to buy. You get, but the Chibina was intact. It was intact more than even mine, especially like of course my car is a newer year, so it looks much better, but the other car was intact for its age, because it was a UAH, so it was intact for a UAH, very intact. So the owner actually looks for it. You're welcome, Mr. Muduma. I don't really remember your name. You guys should use your real names on these handles. So thank you very much, guys, for always taking the time to be part of these lives. Seth, Kenny, Cam, Nico, Isaac, Salmin. Salmin, you should text me, Bambi. Text me. Tulabe nango wo mfunira ku work. I want to work on binebya wansi tulabe offer you. I want to put obukono bwa wansi Japan ne ball joints bye bitali mu moroka yange. Tulabe offer jompa. Brian, Pearl of Africa, Martha, Ivan, JK, welcome back JK. Nico, Seth, yes, Joseph, yeah. Joseph, yes, Pasco, Joseph. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for always taking the time. It really means a lot. I don't take it for granted. And the guys that recommend me for business, I also don't take that for granted. It really means a lot. Thank you very much. Season ya naba at performing arts. Yeah, but thank you very much. I think I don't have to remind you that I do pre-purchase inspection. It costs only 400,000 to do pre-purchase inspection. For that money, you're paying for a mechanic, you're paying for the fuel that moves us around, and you're also paying for my time. And my goal is to always make sure that you oguranga musubuzi. Ipsamoyo twajiguzenga basubuzi. That's one thing you need to know. Twajiguzenga basubuzi. Hi Arthur, waiting for the broadcast on the most overpriced car. It's not going to be a broadcast. I'm going to shoot the video today. I might actually shoot it now before I leave the car. Yeah, but overall, all the cars that we normally buy, tugulanga basubuzi. Era tugenda tuziraba ne tulaba emmoroka ze batunda mu beyi gy'ogula emmoroka endala z'olabiko ogenda okukiraba naawe ng'ogulanga musuubuzi. It's just that some of the repairs that I tell you guys to do, you're doing those repairs because you're driving your car, it's your car. But the brokers bw'asuubula emmoroka, you see the Ipsam we bought a 5.6. Broker bw'agigula, for repairs ze tuli mukolesa endabiramu tajja gisaamu, tajja gula mipiira n'egirimu even the good ones that are on that Ipsam, he will remove them and sell them and put bad tires. You get Toyota Rush is overpriced. Joseph, Toyota Rush is overpriced. It's not worth the 40 million or 40 or something million that they are selling it, because the Toyota Rush is overpriced. What is good about the Toyota Rush, Joseph? Seriously, that's why it doesn't even appear in the hot cakes. You get because the hot cakes have to be fairly priced, and I think that there are not even very many Toyota Rushes on the road. You get, because I think abantu bazuko budde bukyali nti akamoro kako bakaseera. It's just you wanting to drive an SUV, but it's not worth that money. Anyway, guys, normally I was telling you that we bought that Ipsam 5.6, but if a broker bought that Toyota 5.6, he would just go remove the good tires, put the bad tires, and wash and put it somewhere and say, I'm selling 6.5 or 7 million. And then you would come and actually buy it 6.5 because it's better than all the other cars that we saw, the Ipsams. You get So you would actually sell it 6.5 because it was good, the engine was new. You get Yeah. So normally when you buy a car, trust me, that particular car, you would find it in a car bond, buy it much more expensively, and still put more money than even what you're going to invest then. Yes, Rashid, no problem. You have actually come very late because at this time normally but never decoder. But no worries, you can always rewatch this broadcast. You should go and watch the other broadcast that has the 5 is the new 3. It's very interesting. I think the story was interesting even for me. Yeah. So but basically that was our day yesterday. Katiroka ngene nkole ku mirimu ja katemba because I have a backlog of work, that stuff I was supposed to work on yesterday. And my production manager ambeerako n'agamba naye kino tewakikoze, and we normally try to work on tugezaako okulaba nga deadlines tuzihitinga. So anyway guys, I have to go. Thank you very much always for making the time to be live. Don't forget I also sell tracking devices on top of the pre-purchase inspection. Before you buy a car, you should hire me and my mechanic. We come and make sure you get a good car, good deal. Tebakuseera tebakubba. You get, for example, that guy we bought the Ipsum from, ina logbook, amanya ina logbook, nenga logbook jaina nchupuli techakola nfu okitegeera. So we always make sure that all those things are sorted for you. Ntitogenda nebyotamanyi nti fetubikola, so that you don't togula mpewo kuboya ate kukuba yali yagula mpewo naye nga tamanyi. That's why the money lender has made sure that the car gets sold immediately bajjeko sente zaabwe because yali yabadde talina logbook okitegeera. Yeah, but thank you very much guys. I will see you tomorrow same time. I'm going to upload something here. Yeah. I wish you a very nice day. Ciao.